Hello, namaste, all of you. Myself Jyoti Singh, and today we will be discussing the Hindu editorial of July 6. And in this article, we are going to discuss about a spiritual orientation, religious practices, and quotes. This is the headline of article. And who wrote this article? Fazam Mustafa, the Vice Chancellor of the Chanakya National Law University, Patna, Bihar. And what he is saying here, judges should not become the clergy to determine theological issues. Progressive India should not allow even an essential religious practice if it is contrary to constitutional ethos and values. Now let's move ahead with depth analysis of this spiritual orientation and religious practices and quotes discussion. What is religion to one is superstition to another, said Chief Justice Latham of Australia in Adelaide. Company of Jehovah's Witness Inc. versus Commonwealth 1943 judgment. So, what is religion to one is superstition to another. That can be having religious connotation for me, and same religious ethos can be superstitions as well for others as well. So, move ahead. Religion has been at the center of human societal existence since time immemorial. Man is incredibly religious. Indians more so. Right now we are in a rush hour of God, with religiosity on the rise and spirituality on the decline. Means religiosity is day by day increasing and rising, but spirituality on the decline. In a significant yet controversial order in P. Naveen Kumar 2024 by Justice G.R. Swaminathan of the Madras High Court, the religious practices of Anga Pradakshinam has been allowed. The practice involved rolling over the banana leaves on which other devotee, in this instance of Sri Sada Siva Brahmendral of Neural village in Tamil Nadu, had partaken food. The order overruled the 2015 order of Justice S. Mani Kumar. Means here we can see कि in 2015 the petitioner had argued that practice involved Dalits and non-Brahmins rolling over on leftover plantain leaves, even though the district administration had disputed the allegation of caste discrimination. Justice Mani Kumar had relied on Supreme Court of India's orders in a state of Karnataka and others versus Adivasi Buddha Katu Hitarakshana Vedika Karnataka and others in a special leave petition, where the top court had stayed a 500-year-old ritual on similar lines. Justice Swaminathan refused to follow the 2015 orders, as temple trustees which used to organize the event were not made parties and thus not here. Moreover, not only Dalits but even others too rolled over the leaves, and thus no caste discrimination was there. So this is something which is related to caste issue, and revival of a debate. Later we will proceed with this. The order has revived the debate on issues such as what is religion, how essential practice of any religion are to be determined, and how far the judiciary has been consistent in such determination. Justice Swaminathan, in a well-researched order, has cited all the important judgments of the Supreme Court to reach the conclusion that the petitioner P. Naveen Kumar who has taken the vow of Agni Pradakshinam and is entitled to execute it as part of his freedom of religion under Article 25 and right to privacy under Article 21 and human dignity is in no way undermined in such a practice. He even held that rolling over on used banana leaves is part of the freedom of movement under Article 19 1 subclause D without any evidences being strictly examined as was done in similar case. Justice Swaminathan took judicial notice of the fact that Agni Pradakshinam is an established religious practice. Thus, like other castes, no questions were being asked whether it is an essential and integral practice of Hindu religion or whether it is mandatory practice and not a mere superstition practice. He has quoted the Krishna Yajurveda and Bhavishya Purana, which describe this practice as a noble act, but every noble act cannot get high status of a mandatory act. The subject of essential practice. Let's try to understand essential practice. What are the subject of essential practice? The farmers of the Indian Constitution had subordinated the freedom of religion to all other fundamental rights. It has further been subjected to public order, health and morality, with additional powers being given to the state to bring in social reforms. The court have further restricted the freedom to only the essential religious practices. Accordingly, such a plea was accepted in just 7 out of 47 cases, and that is why the latest pronouncement by Justice Swaminathan needs critical evaluation. Is not the ruling over on used banana leaves with leftover food an unhygienic practice with the danger of health hazards? Means main issue is कि leftover food is an unhygienic practice with the danger of health hazards can be there. Can the right to privacy be claimed in respect of public events such as an Agni Pradakshinam? Justice Swaminathan observed that privacy is not lost if an individual is in a public place. In an interesting analogy, the learned judge in paragraph 21 of his judgment held that if the right to privacy includes sexual and gender orientation, it certainly includes one as spiritual orientation also. It is open to a person to express this orientation in the manner he deems fit, subject to right of others. The leading Supreme Court judgment on the freedom of religion was Sri Sirur Mat 1944, where Supreme Court had observed that Article 25 guarantees freedom not only to entertain such religious beliefs as may be approved of by one's judgment and conscience, but also to exhibit his belief in such outward act as think proper. The court further held that religion does not prescribe ritual, ceremonies and modes of worship which are regarded as an integral part of religion. The court was categorical in saying that what constitutes the essential part of religion is primarily to be ascertained with reference to the doctrine of that religion itself. In subsequent years, the Supreme Court became inconsistent in its determination of essential religious practice and moved away from looking at a particular religion to decide its essential practice and brought in its own rationality. The Constitution is supreme. This writer has consistently held the view in his article that judges should not become the clergy to determine purely theological issues, and that a progressive nation should, as India, should not allow even an essential religious practice if the name is contrary to constitutional ethos and values. It is the Constitution of India and not the religions that should govern us. It is Constitution, not religion, should govern us. And only that much religion freedom can be granted as it is permitted by the Constitution. Means only that much religion, only that much religious freedom can be guaranteed as is permitted by the Constitution. That is the motto of this article. Constitution should be given utmost priority over us religious practices. So Constitution is one of the supreme law of land, and that should be given more priority. That was the motto of this article. Thank you very much, and thank you for having this much patience.